we are discuss about what kind of data to be mined in data mining concept. Okay, let us see these 8 types. Okay, the first one is relational database. Okay, in database management system we have relational database. Every data is stored in the forms of the tables. Okay, in relational data means every data stored in the form of tables. Okay, these are the attributes, tuples. Okay, you know that these are the relational database. The second one is transactional database. In day to day we have the data can be stored in the forms of the transactions. Every storage have a transaction id. Okay, transaction id. This type of data is known as the transactional database. The next one is data warehouses. Data warehouses are the main data sources for the data mining. Data which is collected from the which is collected from the files and dbms sources which are stored in the data warehouse. This data is to be mined. And the next one is world wide web data. World wide web data means how the web pages, the website, how the traffic, what is the most searches according to the data. Based on this world wide web data, it is also to be mined. Okay, time related data, which means the stocks and the historical records, which means how the prices change according to the time. This data is to be mined. What is the main mode of the mining? We are getting some knowledge, we are acquiring some knowledge. We discussed in previous video why the data mining is used. We from this all this type of data we collect them and we can apply some techniques. Our final agenda is to know knowledge gain, and that knowledge is used for the future prediction. Okay, the time related data is about the stocks price and historical data, banking data. Okay, the next one about data streams. The data which is stored in the surveillance cameras, sensor data. Example, we have many earthquakes or tsunamis. These type of data to be mined for future prediction. Okay. Next one is spatial data, which is about the maps, other geothermal data. This is also used for prediction for the future. Okay, anything will be happen in future, or this we can based on this data we can mine and we can acquire some knowledge. By this we can predict. The next one is multimedia data. Multimedia data is nothing but the video files, audio files, image files. These types of data, these data to be mined in data mining. Okay, let us revise once again. Relational databases, everything is stored in the form of the tables. Transactional database, everything has a transaction id. By this the data is stored. Next one is data warehouses. Data warehouses are the storage houses which are mainly used for the data mining. World wide web data is used for the web pages, traffic site, how many people are searched for this data. Okay, this data is used. Next one is time related, which is used for stocks and prices, how the from the historical. Okay, next one is data streams, surveillance cameras, whenever the earthquakes happen, how much reading scales, these sensor data will be to be mined for the future purpose. We collect this data and we can some patterns are evaluated and we can get some knowledge. By this at future at which based on these conditions, okay, this may be happened and based on these conditions. Next one is spatial data, maps and other geothermal. Multimedia data is about the image files, text files, audio files. And finally, why we need to mine this data? Simply we collect this data and store them, and we mine means we can evaluate some patterns or some knowledge from this data. We predict the future times. Example, in cricket, every match data will be stored and collected, and there are some interesting patterns to be generated. In, for example, in India, which score highest score at starting 6 overs. Based on this, in next match, India also will score on the starting six overs at the same time. Whenever the earthquake happens, on what condition, on what geothermal conditions earthquake happens, at the same time. Okay, from this, okay, these are the, from this the earthquake happens, this data is collected, and they can maintain a, they can maintain some knowledge. By this they predict what happened to the next. Okay,